Since 1990, we have spent millions of euros and tens of thousands of research hours to find scientific answers to life's most important and challenging questions. What makes us happy? What makes us healthy? How can we heal from physical and mental disease? How can we heal emotionally and sexually so we can be happy in our relationships? How can we develop our talents and be of value to the world? We have interviewed more than 15,000 people and asked more than 4,000 different questions. After 20 years of intensive research, we are beginning to find the answers we have been looking for so long. We have already presented these answers in 250 research papers and about 30 books. Now we bring it over to you. In the Western world, every second citizen has a chronic disease. It can be a physical disease or a mental disease. But the thing is that these diseases seem to travel with man through life. They come and go. Sometimes they are less dominant than other times. But a chronic disease is a thing that is not cured with normal treatments like drugs or alternative medicine. Or like, no matter what you're doing, it will still be there. And it's very interesting to try to understand what this is about. In the research in holistic medicine, we made a toolbox for treating chronic patients. It is a series of stronger and stronger tools you can use, from just talking to touch therapy to the more radical interventions on the patient's consciousness. And what characterizes the high levels is a certain level of force that in general should be avoided. So it's like the doctor can push the patient harder and harder and harder, and at some point something will change in the patient. And this is a very interesting point, because what is this about? That there's a resistance in the patient, and the therapist can push, and suddenly things start to change. What is changing when a chronic patient is healing? For many years we have been looking into this, and today I've come to a quite simple understanding of this. What changes is personality. A chronic disease is built into the patient's personality. So this is why it cannot go away. It is so much a part of the person's self-image and understanding of life that you cannot take the disease away without removing the person itself. And of course everybody will resist such an intervention that takes you away. But this person that needs to go is not a real person, of course. It's a false identity we are taking in our ignorance. So you can say healing chronic patients is basically about helping a patient out of ignorance, out of lack of understanding of self. So what a chronic patient needs to understand to heal is that the chronic disease is a part of the identity, and the moment you step out of your identity, you can also leave your sickness behind. And on the other hand, if you're not leaving yourself, the false identity, the person you take yourself to be, if you're not leaving that behind, your chronic disease will travel with you forever.